Are we expecting any public statements from the people who ran this jail as to how on earth this person was alone, allegedly, and was able to either remove himself or be removed from the scope of justice, by leaving this world? Like, is there going to be a public statement? Are you expecting anything today?
There will be a public statement, I'm told. I don't think it's going to answer all the questions you have. I think it's probably going to be very basic in nature, given what we saw after the previous incident. They did not say much except to confirm that something had taken place. There's an incredible photo on the New York Post website right now that shows Epstein being wheeled in by paramedics this morning, and they're working hard to try to revive him as he's wheeled into the downtown hospital, where he was pronounced dead about 7:39 this morning. Again, he was found around 6:30 this morning. We are told now from 5 sources he was alone in his cell, and that suicide appears to be the leading cause here. But of course, as you're hearing, there will be an investigation. In the previous incident, there was less clarity, in part because he shared a cell with a roommate. And the defense lawyer for that other inmate had said the two were getting along fine, no assault took place, and that Epstein apparently had tried to take his own life in that previous incident. How serious an attempt that was, there's a lot of debate and question about that, whether it was just a cry out for attention. Again, we are told from multiple sources he was having a very difficult time inside the MCC. He's an accused child sex offender. He is accustomed to the life of luxury with his mansions, and now he's sitting in the MCC, which is a very secure facility where drug dealers, terrorists, you name it, are held in that facility. He was put in a separate wing for high-risk inmates. First he had a roommate, then after that initial incident, he was moved to his own cell and for a time was on suicide watch. We only have one official, but it's a good one official telling us he was recently taken off suicide watch, but remained in an isolated cell. We're waiting to hear clarity on that detail from the Bureau of Prisons to see exactly when and if he was taken off suicide watch and what that meant for the items and clothing he had in his own cell. Because if you're on suicide watch, we're told there are no sheets, there are no blankets, that you are watched quite carefully. But of course, we also hear stories about people who are on suicide watch and in isolation, and they wind up using their pants or whatever minimal clothing they are provided. So the question is, how closely was he being watched? Is the expectation 24/7? Or is it hourly? Is it every 3 hours? What is the correct protocol with an inmate like this? And I think those are some of the questions that need to be raised and need to be answered. But everything we're being told from now 5 sources is that this is an apparent suicide.
Jonathan Deans, great reporter. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you being here to give us some answers on that.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.